Pearson has an oft-repeated line about Daytona. Seems like when we come to the end of it, it's always the same. It's always Petty and me. And so it is today, as the race draws to its dramatic conclusion. A battle of giants, and the white flag flutters down on two great racing champions.
He's going to pull out now. He's going to try for the track.
I don't know. He's down on the inside. He's got the lead, but there's a car ahead of him. There is a slower car ahead of him. And Richard Petty and Pearson go high. Pearson now has the lead. Petty tries to go back down on the inside as they come out of the fourth turn. They only have about 750 yards to go. Oh! It's a combination straightaway. They did hit. Petty smashes into the wall. Will he come across the start-finish line?
He's still moving. The car stops 300, 400 feet shy of the finish line.
No, he did not make it. He is less than 100 yards from it. Here comes Pearson. Pearson is going to try to make it across the finish line. Petty has his car going. Pearson's going to win it. Oh, back angle. He wins the race.
What a finish for a motorcycle! I've never seen anything like that.
It's unbelievable.
Richard Petty's car demolished in the front end, as well as car number 21. An unbelievable finish, a terrible crash. Both cars in the wall. Both drivers kept on going.
Well, I passed him over on the backstretch, and I guess when we went into the corner, he undoubtedly got to pushing too hard, and he come up and hit me in the rear, and that got me sideways, and he come on up, and both of us hit the wall, or at least I did.
Ken Squire, Richard Petty. David got by me going down the backstretch, and when he did, he slid up in front of me naturally, and when he did, he went off on it. So I cut down under him, and when I did, my car started pushing, and
After I hit the wall and spun, I stopped. I said, "Where's Richard?" Because I knew he was spinning too. And I asked him over the radio, had he passed the start and finish line, and when they said no, I tried to take off.
David Pearson, the Silver Fox, is my favorite. I grew up I obviously didn't get to see him in person, but I go back and look at the stats, and his stats are almost unparalleled. But man, he was so fast, and just to have the wherewithal to think about pushing the clutch in when your stuff's wadded up, and Richard Petty's team running out in the middle of an active racetrack, pushing his car across the grass, and David Pearson pushes the clutch in and wins the Daytona 500. That's the sort of stuff that fires me up, man.
You know, obviously an incredibly memorable finish. You know, we actually did a tribute to that car in 2016 at Darlington, like the 40-year anniversary of them. They won the Triple Crown that year. So that was super cool to do. And I've heard a story from Eddie and Len and Leonard, and all those guys, and it just shows you honestly like how far out in front 1 and 2 were, that those guys get done wrecking, are able to still get back and one of them win the race. Unheard of today. But one thing that Leonard told me about that race is Pearson kept the clutch pulled in while they were pushed in while they were spinning, kept the motor running. Petty, it ended up stalling on him and he couldn't get it refired. That's why everyone was out there pushing his car. So he was like, that was the thing that won us the race is David Pearson knew they were going to spin out, and he got the clutch in and just let it happen and was able to release the clutch and keep going, keep the engine running. So just talk about a memorable finish, and to get to hear it from the Wood brothers, themselves that were there was very special.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.